Scene 1, Apple, take 2.
Hello. Today we're going to do a brief overview on how to change the motor on the Toys F949, and then we're going to take it out on a test flight. Now, these birds fly really good. They're 3-channel and they're easy to fly, and I actually think they're excellent trainers, especially if you're stepping up from like a 2-channel glider. Now, the one thing that I did have an issue with is that although they do sell the replacement motor, they really have no way for you to get it in there, so you're going to have to pretty much make your own way. So what I did was I got a box cutter and I cut out a little section on the top here, okay, and I set that aside, and that gives you access to the motor. Now there's just a small piece of adhesive under there, so what you want to do is once you cut that section out, you just give it a little tug, and you don't want to really pull up on it, because what it does is it has these little these grooves that go into the slot. So you don't really want to pull up on the motor. You actually are going to want to tug on it, and then you'll feel the adhesive coming loose, and then slide it right out. Now what I did was, once I got the motor out, before I unplugged it, I actually lined up the new motor, because it appears to have these 3 coreless motors. So I took the new motor and, of course, set it in the direction that it's going to go in, and I plugged each one of these terminals up to the one that matches on the old one. Then I got a piece of this hobby glue, a tube of this hobby glue rather, and just put a couple of drops on the bottom of the plane after you plug it in, and then just slide it in and just give it like 10 minutes to dry. Get you some tape, take your hood, put your hood back on, and then just taper up, and you're ready to go. Okay, the Toys F949 motor replacement. All right, let's take her out to the field and do a test flight.
Let's take her up for a flight. Now again, this this is a nice flying bird, man. Oh, I'm starting to hear a little noise though from that new motor. I'm hoping it's not the actual motor. I'm hoping it's maybe a piece of the tape or something that I put in there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna gain some altitude here. As you can see, she's a nice flyer. However, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I hear something. And I'm wondering if that's the new motor we put in. Let's see, if I can gain some altitude, let's see what happens. And she seems to have some power. And I seem to always be facing the sun. So let's bring her back around. Now I'm going to try to put my back to the sun. I'm trying to walk more to the middle of the field. But as you can see, man, this bird really flies nice, man. I just don't like that noise that I'm hearing. You know what? I think I see an old friend in the air over here. I'm going to try to fly over by his drone. Maybe you guys can see it. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Yep, that's an old friend of mine. Looks like John. I actually have a video of him too. I just go around shooting videos of people, you know. No, but John, he and I, we used to fly together a lot. And I run into him every now and again. That's his drone over there we just passed. I don't think we're in hearing shot, but we'll go ahead and say hi to him in a moment. Yeah, this thing, she has some good range on her too, by the way. Look at how she just soars, man. just like a bird. And she got some speed to her for a 3-channel toy grade. Of course, she's 2.4 gigahertz. Now, what I did was, I think she normally flies with a 3.7 volt. I believe it's a, oh, look at that hawk. Look at that. I believe it's a 500 milliamp. But what I did was, I put a 600 milliamp in it. But the 600 milliamp I put in it is like really big. I think it's too big because I ordered the wrong batteries. You know, you trying to get a good deal online, and then you get the battery and it's like a little bit larger or whatever, but it still fit in there, and it wasn't even a gram heavier. It was just the size and the bulkiness of it that I was really concerned about, but it still fit in the compartment. Flight times. Oh, here we go with the flight times. I'd probably say this is a calm morning, so maybe a morning like this, maybe you'll get like 10 minutes out of it. And then again, a lot of that does depend on the wind, because with the wind, you know, you're gonna have, you know, with lighter wind, you're gonna use less throttle, less power, more flight time. So there's a lot of factors in there, and I'm gonna climb up a little higher because I still have I have some power left. I mean, look at the range on that thing. I don't know if you guys can really get an idea of just how far up and out that I am. But I keep facing the sun. So I'm going to try to get away from there. I did promise I'll put my back to the sun. But if I do that, yeah, okay, there we go. Look at that baby. You know what? I love flying. Now it appears that these motors are going to work out, at least for this flight. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, one thing I'm very disappointed in is the life of these motors. Now I'm losing power, so, you know, oh, as you can see, the my battery's hanging out. So maybe that's the noise I'm hearing. I didn't lose anything because you can still see the tape and everything on it, but my battery did come out. I mean, it's kind of hanging. It didn't come out. See, look, hang on. See that? You can see it. So yeah, I'm losing power. So I'm going to go ahead and land her. It appears that the motor we installed earlier does work. I just might need to put some better tape on it. So yeah, let's bring her in. So we're just going to cut the power and come in for a landing. Boom. Okay, folks, I really appreciate you guys coming out for this early bird flight of the WO Toys F949 quick repair. See, look. Now I'm hoping that's what the noise was, because you can see my I need to put some new tape on here. So what I do, just so you know before I go, I don't really like all the screws and stuff that they put, so I just get a piece of tape and put it across there, and sometimes it wears out. And on the top, I put a piece of tape here because they want you to put a screw there, but I put a piece of tape there, and what I do is I fold the edge of the tape so you'll have something to grip on, and you don't constantly like start tearing at the paint here. So I just pull the tape here, you know, and then I can access, you know, whatever I need to do there. But then I like store mine because this styrofoam, you know, I'm afraid it's gonna break. And then I also do the same at the bottom. I put a little piece of tape over here, and as you can see, it wore out. So that's probably where that noise was coming from. But anyway, enough of my rambling. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me on this early bird flight of the WO Toys F949. Thanks for watching.